Straight from Charlotte, North Carolina, the heart of the South, it's Crazy Late with Johnny Millwater. Tonight, join Johnny and his guest, Mapmaker, Jeff Simpson, the Tennessee Tramp, Janet Williams, guitarist, George Banda, Bruce Bellile and his amazing Hydro-Acoustic Orchestra. I'm Sid Davis. And now here he is, the landslide of laughter, Johnny Millwater. We did it! Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope you guys are feeling well. Happy springtime. My name's Johnny, and you're in for a treat tonight because I'm manic-depressive. And you caught me on the good day! I'm feeling good. Hope you have been too. It's been a crazy week in the news. I don't know if you saw this. It's the weirdest thing I've ever read. Okay, in Australia, first of all, some good news. This is Bacon Week. A week put aside by the United States government once a year to appreciate bacon, and all over the world, in fact, because a restaurant in Australia this week is selling a sandwich. It's a bacon and egg sandwich for $120. Yeah. Why is it so expensive? It's kosher. They figured it out. They cracked the code. There's the applause sign. The sarcastic laughter is not going to help. If you don't like it, just try the next joke, or it'll be sad for the folks at home. Hey, here's something else that happened. This is a crazy story. In Colorado, a woman celebrated her 101st birthday by going skiing with her family in the Rocky Mountains. 101. You know, there's a difference between skiing and having your family push you off a mountain. Yeah. Just saying. Well, I can tell already you guys are sick of me talking, but you're lucky because you're in for a treat, because coming to the stage right now is one of our writers and performers. He has something to say. Please welcome Chris Brown.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Abercrombie & Finch CEO Michael Jeffries has announced that from now on his brand will be marketed only to cool, good-looking people. Extra large and plus size is no longer available. Great. They don't want me. First supercuts, now this. Note well that at Abercrombie & Fitch, cool, good-looking people is defined as any teenager with a warped sense of value and an overweight parent's credit card. Maybe you've noticed that at the mall, Abercrombie & Fitch is always downstairs. That's because if their teenage customers are like my teenagers at home, it'd probably kill them to walk up the stairs. And I suppose it's all for the best. Today's anorexics need a place to call home. I went to Abercrombie & Fitch to buy a shirt. I grabbed the largest one on the table. The sales girl said, "You can't wear that." I said, "Why not?" She said, "It's too small. I'll sell you some cologne." I said, "How much is it?" She said, $98 a bottle. I said, "How much in a bottle?" She said, 1.7 ounces. I said, "I can't wear that." She said, "Why not?" I said, "It's too small." So I bought the shirt on sale, stuffed the pockets with cologne samples, and got the hell out of there. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
Mr. Chris Brown. Finally, a man not afraid to speak the truth. Hey, here's a story out of Florida. They're always doing crazy things down there. In Florida, a guy got caught with a stolen car, okay? The cops asked him where he found it. He said he found the car with the keys in it and thought it was his. There's a happy story at the end of it, though. This guy now owns a prison. Yeah. Hey! Good luck finding the keys to that. There's another interesting story. Researchers have discovered a new technique that can directly convert human skin cells into functioning brain cells. Yeah. So, thus the obese inherit the earth. We finally figured out a way. We did it. It's ours. We can make it sound like they like that afterwards, right? Okay.
Fix it.
What's that? Enough of me? You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to bring to the stage right now a very, very funny woman. Please, I'm sorry. I forgot to mark down which order the people were going in. That's my fault. No, you're in for a treat because right now is one of our favorite segments on the show. Patrick, service announcement.
My name is Patrick DIANTETE. I'm an African American.
My name is Patrick Stewart. I'm a black dude.
This quote today comes from a great American hero. You know something is wrong when a pretty little white girl runs into a black man's arms. Something is wrong here.
Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
She's got problems.
Or she homeless.
Thank you.
Patrick, service announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a story from right here in our backyard. A 57-year-old woman from North Carolina was charged with assault after beating another woman with her Bible. You know, they say sticks and stones can break your bones, but the word can never hurt you. They like that one. They like that one for real. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a new segment we like to call the Twitter Report with Shannon Don Rao.
Thank you. Trouble in the Twitter sphere for the Rolling Stones when their fans became angry birds, taking to their timelines with fury for the exorbitant ticket prices. The fallout resulted in half-full arenas, and ticket sales came to a virtual halt. Turns out that a Rolling Stone may not gather moss, but it sure can attract crickets. Hashtag can't get no audience.
The Twitter Report with Shannon Don Rao. Wow, that's sad. Can you believe that? The Rolling Stones can't draw an audience. If you're watching at home, fellas, hang in there. Once the word gets out,
That's right.
don't give up is what I'm saying. Because
They're part of our history. The Rolling Stones are part of our history.
he's like the weird uncle of our country, Mick Jagger. Yeah, except a different country. They are. They're an important part of our history, the Rolling Stones. But, you know, not a lot of people appreciate history nowadays, you know?
No. Like did you see the movie Lincoln?
Oh, yeah, I saw Lincoln. You guys see Lincoln?
Lincoln. Did you like it?
It's a good movie. Spoiler alert, North wins. You're saying?
I got to say, several of the critics said that the people that made the film took artistic, creative liberties in the film. And
Really? It wasn't strictly historically accurate?
I got a clip from the film here. Let me see if they kind of bend history a little bit here. You
Take
got
a
this from the film Lincoln. Okay, this is scene when he's contemplating.
And I assume they're talking in this scene?
And he's looking down at something. See, since when did Abraham Lincoln have an iPad? Really? Oh, look at what he's watching. Crazy Night with Johnny Millwater. How about that?
We learned something. Very nice.
I don't get it.
Nice to learn something. All right, one last story. This one's for all the nerds out there, my people. May 4th, as you know, was Free Comic Book Day. Yes. The Free Comic Book Day event that they had up in Maine, a man came out who was unshaven, all disheveled. He came out and he attacked one guy dressed as a Ghostbuster and another guy dressed as a stormtrooper from Star Wars out of nowhere. So let that be a lookout for you. Be on the lookout for a scruffy-looking nerd herder. Scruffy-looking nerd herder. Oh, because he hurts the nerds. Yeah. I wrote that joke myself. And now, ladies and gentlemen, nobody else should get blamed for that one. That's me. He's a nerd herder, like in that movie. All right, enough about me. We've got a great show coming up. I can't wait to tell you who appears on it. I'm going to go from memory. I have a feeling we have cartographer Jeff Simpson is here, ladies and gentlemen. Very fun. One of the funniest women I have ever met in my entire life, the Tennessee Tramp, Janet Williams, is here tonight. You can't do better than Janet. And we have the music of Mr.
Banda.
George Banda.
Banda.
So I hope you enjoy the show. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Attorney Victor Happenstance.
And I'm Florentine Murphy. I'm a lawyer.
Say, is Johnny Law trying to put the kibosh on your speakeasy?
Has some swindling haberdasher sold you a fedora that ain't what the hell it means?
Is your neighborhood being overrun by Hebrews, darkies, and the goddamn Irish? Then you need Happenstance and Murphy. Happenstance and Murphy is Chicago's #1 practitioner of racist law.
God's law.
For over 3 decades, we've been pounding patties, annoying Negroes, and jerking around the Jews.
Did you know we were the 1931 anti-Semites of the year?
Take that, Henry Ford.
Why, just last week we helped Mr. Abel Johnson recover full restitution when some gorilla groped his girlfriend.
You mean to say some mooly mulled his maul?
Yep, some kook cleaned his companion's clock.
And we got him cash. We specialize in character assassination, fisticuffs, and this week we're running a special, a white sale, on dirty looks.
The old stinker. Buy one, get one free.
So, if you're white,
But not Irish, Jewish, or Catholic.
then call Happenstance and Murphy. That'll show 'em.
Back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are in for a real treat. We have all kinds of amazing guests on this show. We try to get the very best talent that we possibly can. We have somebody here tonight who is a master of his craft, someone who does something that nobody else in the entire world can do. You guys have heard of Impressionists, have you not? Yeah. Of course, yeah. Impressionists. They're wonderful. Guys do the voices. They sound like people. They're very good. He doesn't do that. This man is a master physical impressionist. He can actually take on the form of almost any object. He's been touring all across the country doing this for years. When we found out he was coming, we got a list of some objects for him to do an impression of, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Please give a warm and respectful welcome to the master physical impressionist, Eric Grady. Excellent. It is such an honor to have you here. Do you have enough space? Can you work? Excellent. My first impression, this is a request in. Someone would like to see a sky dancer. Now, a sky dancer, you guys know what that is? The thing they have outside, like the grand opening of something like, you know what I'm talking about? It's a guy who got air in the bottom of that. Yeah, exactly. It's a balloon.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, behold the sky dancer. Amazing. Amazing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Can you imagine it?
It's like he was born with a valve in his back.
Wow. Does the man have bones? All right, I'm sorry. Your time is very valuable. We're going to keep right going.
How can you top?
Right, this is going to be a real challenge. Someone wrote in Tyrannosaurus Rex. Can you do something like that, T-Rex? Ladies and gentlemen, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Very good. Oh, unbelievable. Nobody like him. That looks exactly like I imagine a T-Rex looking. That was fantastic. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, well, this one's a little bit more of a challenge. Yeah, I feel the same way as the Disco Queen. Two of you? Really? I have a challenge for you. All right, these are both kind of classic. This one's a little bit tougher. It's a little bit more subtle. Somebody wrote in tree. Can you do a tree?
Oh, tree.
A specific kind of tree. Fair enough, fair enough. How about a Douglas fir? Can you do a Douglas fir tree? That looks exactly like a Douglas fir. That's perfect. That's also very good. It's nice, the subtle stuff. I like the subtle stuff. All right, well, let's try some gradations, a little bit of flavor. Here's one that's a little bit tougher to do. This is a road sign. Can you do a stop sign?
All right, not just a stop sign.
No? Well,
let's challenge here. A flamboyant stop sign.
Wow, wow. All right, can you do a flamboyant stop sign? Incredible.
Yeah,
Incredible.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would make a village person stop in his tracks.
Someday North Carolina is going to have same stop sign marriages. So,
all right. This one's also a little bit tough. This is. I think you can handle it. I think you can. Someone wrote in telephone pole. Can you do a telephone pole, Eric? Perfect. A telephone pole. That's exactly right. We should have hired a guy to staple stuff on him. Yeah. That would have sold the bid if your brother were here or something. We could have used a guy to staple stuff. Oh, wow. Crazy. Wow. Okay. This is really complicated. This isn't even a human being. This is something, wow. Can you do an impression of an octopus? Wow, wow. Fantastic.
I like it.
Fantastic.
I like it.
It was good. It was kind of squiddy, but still very, very good. Well, all right, here's one. This is non-specific, but I think you can do it. Skyscraper. Can you do a skyscraper? Very similar to the Douglas fir. Also, yes, excellent. Skyscraper, good. I could see the faces saying. Can you do an extremely annoyed master of physical comedy? Perfect. Very, very good. All right, one last one.
You can't teach that.
Excellent. No, you can't. This you got to devote your entire life. You can see the 10,000 hours. Unbelievable. This is the last one. It's a big challenge. Kind of dangerous. Can you do a tightrope walker? Careful. Just easy. We don't have insurance. Oh, careful.
Oh.
You can do this. You got this. Come on, Grady.
Whoa. Whoa.
Looks vaguely French. You got this. You got this. That's a shame.
What a shame.
He was so good. Ladies and gentlemen, master physical impressionist Eric Grady. We'll be right back. Stick around. Wow, are you okay? Are you all right? Did you make it? Good work.
Sup, ladies? My name is Xavier Cox, host of Chick Magnet with Xavier Cox. This week's show is all about those hen-pecked husbands. Has your marriage become boneless? I will teach you how to add those original herbs and spice back to your bedroom. Yeah, that's right. All you have to do is watch Chick Magnet with Xavier Cox, Wednesdays at 4 a.m. Get your cluck on.
Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? I'm currently studying culinary arts and small engine repair. That way, when I get out, I can open my own restaurant or lawn service. I have a good business sense and have several businesses running on the inside. If you're looking for an ambitious self-starter, then look no further for your big man on campus. I want to see your picture in my yearbook of life.
Karate. Some people think it's okay to teach their kids karate. They think putting them in a white suit with a colored belt makes them above the law. Well, it doesn't. So tell your stupid kid to stop kicking me.
The Vague News Network, with television's obscurest news team. Revolutionaries overthrow an oppressive government. Michelle Obama urges Americans to do something. Brangelina's ovulated. And drugs continue to be the #1 cause of Americans getting high. All this and pandas tonight on VN. Steve Vanilla on sports.
What a ball game!
Madame Ariana with her weather report.
Snow.
Food critic Roger Nussbaum. All this and nothing more on VNN. Vague news. All of the news, none of the facts. What's that behind you?
Every pair of socks he owns is blue. He once put a room full of people to sleep merely by introducing himself. All of his Facebook friends are corporations. He is the least interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink liquid, but when I do, I prefer warm milk. Stay home, my friends.
And we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest tonight is a Charlotte native and a local map maker. That's right. He recently released an app that is a map of Charlotte in depth. Please welcome Jeff Simpson.
All right. Seems familiar, doesn't it?
Thank you so much.
Hey, Johnny.
I'm so excited to have you on. The producer of the program, Debbie, has told me so much about you. She's told me about how much you know about the city and the changes that have grown. I've lived here for about 8 years. I know almost nothing about it. But you're pretty well informed about Charlotte, aren't you?
Well, I grew up here, and I know a little bit about Charlotte. A little bit.
You're making the maps. I'm hoping that you've taken an interest in at least the locations of things.
I have.
Excellent.
I'm not necessarily spatially adept, but I can figure out how to locate things on maps.
Locate things on maps and to make your own. That's the thing. I've never met a map maker before. I thought they stopped making those in like 1400. But there are still, and obviously I'm mistaken. Now, has the technology in map making changed?
No, but a lot of people don't realize you can map anything that's spatially collectible. For instance, you can map the distribution of single females. It's very collectible. It's more difficult to map.
Is there an app for that?
Yeah.
There probably
I think that would be
is.
very valuable.
And you can also, it's more difficult, for instance, to map the distribution of willing females. Now, the research might be something else that I don't know anything about.
You would have to test them and then map them.
But anything that's spatially related, you can map it.
Really? What first drew you to map making? When did you first decide that was something that you wanted to pursue?
I was tracing maps when I was a little kid in my room by myself and was trying to figure out something to do, and I just traced maps out of an atlas.
Really?
Really?
Wow. Now,
did you have any friends?
Yes, I had many.
That drew maps with you. That's what I'm.
No.
He had friends and he knew exactly where to find them.
Well, exactly where. He knew the way to their house.
My friends were building car engines.
Oh.
And then I would show them where to put the engines on the map.
And let me ask you a question about your app, because Debbie had shown me some of the stuff on it. It's incredible. What is it that you're doing with your app that is more in-depth than, say, a GPS or a Google Earth, something like that?
Yeah, well, every map is different.
Especially if they're from different places. I'm sorry, I'm punching up. Carry on.
You can show any kind of spatial data, like you can show the distribution of single females.
I've heard good things about that.
Yeah.
As I mentioned earlier. And or you can
Going back to that, is that what this app's all about? Where I can find single females because I want
to figure that out.
You know, it has thematic information. Every map is different, and you can show a lot of different spatial types of data. So not just the roads, but the distribution of residences, the distribution of office space, and where some of the hot spots are, and that kind of thing. So when you're focused on a map that's just telling you how to go from point A to point B, you're narrowly focused. And then when you look at a thematic map that has different types of data, you're more spatially interested in the distribution. One of the first thematic maps that was ever created, for example, was in 1855 when Dr. John Snow created a map of the location of cholera deaths. And then he located all of the wells. And
the wells?
All the wells, where you get your water.
Wells, thank you, yes.
And because at that time, they all went out to get their water. And the point is...
Probably saved thousands of lives, I can.
They discovered that the distribution was collected around the Broad Street well, and he had the city officials close that well down and ended the cholera epidemic. So that's the type of thing that cartographers can do. They can show thematic distributions of all different kinds.
Do you think that you could come up with the right kind of map that could help with the hipster problem that we have here in Charlotte? We find they're mostly, they're concentrated in one area. There's a hipster concentrated area, but there's still enough of them going out that they're making it weird everywhere else.
Gosh, I have no idea what...
Something we can look into for sure. I hope you'll come back and tell us some more, because I would love to learn more about it.
Okay,
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeff Simpson. Check out
all right. CLT Uptown. Thank you.
That was a map joke. He said it was a map show. Thank you very much, Jeff. We'll be right back. Hey, stop! Don't throw that old phone book away.
But I use the internet now.
Well, tell me this, friend. Can the internet stop a bullet? Phone books can. Can the internet be turned into a piñata? Phone books can. Can the internet get a confession out of a suspect? Phone books can. That's right, phone books. They can be used to start a fire, improve your posture, sop up unsightly messes. Phone books. Still hanging in there.
There's an epidemic sweeping the country right now, and we've got to get to the bottom of it. White girls with ass. Aren't you sick and tired of the padding and stuffing of jeans, business slacks, even boy shorts? I earn mine one Krispy Kreme at a time. So if you, like me, are sick and tired of this gluteal mockery, join me and say, if you didn't grow it, you shouldn't show it.
You know who won the 2007 World Series? Who won the 1996 NBA Championship? Who won the 1972 Super Bowl? Of course you do, because you're an adult. But your young children don't. So join me, Rex Hunter, for The Betting Line, where I will teach you my foolproof system on how to bet on old games with your children. They got birthday money, they got bar mitzvah money, they got Christmas money. Well, that could be your money with my foolproof system. You want to watch my show? You bet you do. So join me Tuesday nights at 2 a.m.
Hi there. Say, would you like to learn how to make chainmail out of Pop-Tops?
Or how to make a deadly weapon out of your sock?
Then join us each week on Bums Rush. I'm your host, Scrounge.
And I'm host.
And each week we discuss the items that are facing the free-range American in today's economy.
Like concrete-related insomnia.
Right. So tune in each week, Tuesdays at 4:30 a.m. right here on Cable Access 21. Don't miss it.
Or you'll be bummed.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is truly a pleasure to introduce to you one of the funniest human beings I have ever shared a stage with anywhere in the country. She's been traveling across the United States doing stand-up comedy for as long as I know. She's the queen of the trailer park. Please welcome the Tennessee Tramp, Genesee. Please please welcome the Tennessee Tramp, Janet Williams.
Woo! What a crowd! I pulled a train with more people than this. Yeah, I love Charlotte, North Carolina. I love Charlotte, and I wanted to look really hot here tonight wearing Spanx. Wear my Spanx, ladies. You know who you are, okay? You guys don't know a thing about Spanx, but they're these heavy-duty pantyhose. Takes about 30 minutes to get things on. Waist comes up to here. Makes you look 2 dress sizes smaller. Yeah. So I was wearing Spanx when I was driving over here tonight. My gut flipped out over the waistband. Caused the waistband to roll down the top of my legs. Yeah, it made like a tourniquet, it did. The EMT said if they hadn't gotten to me when they did, I'd lost both my legs. And talking about heavy and fat, there's not a man in here that this has not happened to. This has happened to every man in here. At some point in your relationship, that little lady has turned to you and said, honey, am I putting on weight? And you know you cannot tell us the truth. We will cry and sling snot for 2 weeks, won't we? And there will be no action in the bedroom, I'll tell you that. Ladies, let me tell you, quit asking if you need to lose weight. I'm going to give you some helpful hints here tonight that will let you know you might need to diet. If everything in your closet has got an elastic waistband, you might need to diet. If the hired help at Dunkin' Donut and Krispy Kreme know you by name, you might need to diet. You find yourself waving bye to some friends. You stop waving, but your arm continues to wave. You might need to diet. You decide to put on a pair of tennis shoes. After tying one shoe, you got to rest. You're breathing like you've run a marathon. You might need to diet. You decide to get a luxurious bath one night. You run an inch of water in that tub. Don't get ahead of me. After getting your rear in that tub, it runs over. You might need to diet. Ladies, you spend 30 minutes putting on queen-size pantyhose, and after 30 minutes, you've just got the crotch up to here. Sir, you like that shot, did you? He's like, I'm blind. You're trying to figure out how many yards of leopard it took to cover my fat ass, aren't you? You might need to diet. And Oprah Winfrey can kiss my big rear end. She can kiss my big rear end. She had the audacity to say on national TV to take 10 pounds off your look, wear big earrings and vertical stripes. Let me tell you how to take 10 pounds off your look. Lose 10 damn pounds. Big earrings, vertical stripes, you look like a gaudy awning, for God's sake. And if you're a fat woman that wears nothing but black, listen up here, ladies. Black does not make you look smaller. Makes you look like a fat woman in mourning. And if you're a fat woman with those sculptured nails, here's a money-saving tip. If your gut sticks out further than your boobies, ain't a man in this house going to notice those nails. Save your money. And boy, does this bother me. Shopping at Lane Bryant. Barbie, you wouldn't know a thing about Lane Bryant. It's a shop for fat women. Nothing pisses me off more to go in there to get my 3X petite. And the little girl helping me in my 3X petite buys her clothes at the 5, 7, and 9 shop. I want a hog helping me into my 3X petite. I'm overweight. I'm not stupid. There's nothing petite about a 3X. Put short and fat on that label. I can deal with that. Oh, man. But I've lost 20 pounds. Let's hear it. I've lost 20 pounds. Another 35, 40, I'll be able to see my feet without a mirror. I can't wait. Oh, but let me share that experience with you. I joined Weight Watchers. Any of you ladies ever joined Weight Watchers? Okay. Thank you. Men never join Weight Watchers. It's always women. All there for the same reason. Diet, date, get married, gain, divorce. It's a vicious cycle. I've been on that cycle many, many, many times. She came up to me and she said, Janet, how about sharing your long-range goal? I said, I couldn't. It's really personal. She said, oh, come on. We're just one big happy family. I stood up. I said, my name's Janet. I want to lose weight, dance at a strip club. I have my dreams, okay? I stood up, I said, my name's Janet, I want to lose weight, dance at a strip club, wear a G-string, have men put dollars in it without having to lift my gut to do it. She didn't ask another person their long-range goal. But about this time, this real thin girl sitting in the back, you know the kind I'm talking about, had those pelvic bones that would cut you? She got up and witnessed about eating an entire bite-sized Reese's peanut butter cup. My head spun around. I leaped up and said, girl, until you get down 3 boxes of Little Debbie's, you haven't got a thing to share with us. Just before I was kicked out of the meeting, I did get a helpful hint. She said, fat women, we have a tendency on special occasions. Halloween, Easter, Christmas, Valentine's. We go out and buy treats and snacks, and we eat them before the occasion gets here, and then we have to replace them. She said, buy things you don't like. Last Halloween, I didn't gain an ounce. I gave those little trick-or-treaters, I'll tell you what I gave them, broccoli. You're wondering why? Because I want to see my feet without a mirror, okay? That's what I want to see. Hey, I'm telling you, Charlotte, North Carolina, you've been the best. Have a great evening.
Introducing the all-in-one utility app. It will turn your smartphone into any tool imaginable. It can be a drill. It can be a bottle opener. It can be any tool you can imagine. The all-in-one utility app. Can you afford not to have one?
Oh, hi there. I'm Cedric Swindle, and I'm a professional thief. Are you miserable? Are you jobless and poor? Do you just need a little bit of excitement in your life? Then watch my show, The Art of Thievery. I will teach you valuable skills, such as lockpicking, sneaking, hiding, and even brick throwing. Watch The Art of Thievery Thursday nights at 11:30, and then watch it again next week on your brand new HD TV.
Though I am incarcerated, I am mentally and spiritually free. My hobbies are jet skiing, fishing, and making jailhouse hooch. I don't smoke, but I am a social drinker. Whatever fate or destiny has brought you to me at this point, I hope I can open your heart and arouse your curiosity enough to elicit a response from you. Until our hearts meet on paper. Very lovingly, yours.
Wow, your hands are looking pretty clean.
Yes, they sure should. I wash them 4 times a day to combat germs and bacteria.
Nice. Do you use soap and hot water?
Yes, I do.
Should I wash my hands if I only went number 1?
Every time.
I'm a Christian. Do I need to wash my hands?
Absolutely.
I wash my hands approximately 47 times a day. Is that a serious sign of something?
Yes, you need to see a therapist.
And your hands are still dirty.
Wash your hands.
But only your own!
We are back with the Tennessee Tramp, Janet Williams. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here, Janet.
Pleasure being here.
Honestly, we have been trying to get you on since the first week. You have been one of my heroes since I started in stand-up comedy 17 years ago. I opened up for you a couple times. You showed me how it was done every step of the way. We love you. I'm so glad you finally had time in your schedule to come here.
I'm thrilled to be here.
It was fantastic. And first of all, here's something I never asked you. I've been working with you so long. Why did you come up with Tennessee Tramp? How'd you get that name?
Johnny, I didn't actually come up with that name. I got all my ex-husbands together, okay? And I'm not going to tell you how many there were, but Elizabeth Taylor's had no more wedding cake than I have, okay?
So I got them all together, and that was the only name we could come up with that I could use on your show and other shows. Okay.
There were shorter, less marketable names.
Yes, they had plenty of names, but that was the marketable one.
I think, well, it works great, and it's working really well for you. How long have you been the Tennessee Tramp on the road? How long have you been doing that?
I've been a Tennessee Tramp for longer than I've been on the road. But in comedy, I've just started my 18th year.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank
18
you.
years in stand-up. Fantastic. And you performed pretty much everywhere. You've been all over the country.
I've been all over the world because I do military tours. I've been to Japan, Korea, Guam, Germany.
I didn't know they had an army in Guam. But
I made one.
they'll go wherever you need them.
Yeah.
And I mean, just you and I have performed all across the country.
Yes, we have, Johnny.
I was thinking about trying to figure out the first time I ever worked with you.
I can tell you, Johnny, because I've got a Johnny Millwater story. We were in Orlando, Florida. The very first time I met you, we were in a hotel. They had overbooked for the crowd there, so they had opened up a room. There were like 350 people there to see our show. You did magic, and you set the stage on fire.
I did a very
I'm not
good show.
talking about, like it was a great show, because it was. You literally set the stage on fire. And I was sitting next to the booker, and I go, this is amazing. Because this is not part of the show. We're burning the building down. And 4 guys jumped up and stomped out the stage. But that wasn't just the only Johnny story, okay?
That happened 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There was fire eating for a while in my show, and things go wrong. But it's still funny. It's still entertaining. I think they prefer the burning to the eating.
Then we went to Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that one.
And I got there a little bit early before you got there, and I go, hey, he's been here before. There's burn stains on the carpet. And you had actually set that stage on fire as well.
The Knoxville stage, to this day, it's owned by a different company now, but the big burn stain is autographed by me with a silver Sharpie, so that nobody cares, fair enough. But yes, it's true. It's a thing that actually happened.
Yes.
But I mean, these things happen on the road. I mean, when you're doing live shows, I'm sure you've dealt with all kinds of crazy people or other crazy acts that have done stuff on stage.
Well, I know we were in Virginia one time together.
Yeah.
And you had called me on your cell phone, and you said, okay, Janet, I'm from Florida. It's kind of flat. I'd like to pull over if they've got a place where we can look at the scenery. I go, sure, not a problem.
Never seen mountains before.
Never seen mountains before, so we pull over, and I say to Johnny, here's the deal. We're in Virginia. They run radar everywhere, so be very careful. Not a problem. You get in your car, you take off ahead of me, I come around the bend, you're pulled over by Virginia State Trooper.
96 miles an hour. Yeah.
96 miles an hour.
Yes, indeed. It was a different time in my life back then. I was like,
not only did you set stages on fire, but you set troopers on fire. Okay? Yeah.
Well, wherever I performed, I had to get away very quickly.
Yes.
That was basically it, because I had damaged all the stages. But no, Virginia is a crazy place. They got people hiding up there like Navy SEALs. They come down on ropes. They're the guys show up in your back seat and write you a ticket. They're
only when
nuts.
you do 96.
I know now. I know now. But the road teaches you all the important lessons, man. Everything I learned about manhood, I learned from traveling and stand-up comedy.
Yep.
Like, I barely have a life outside the road. That's the thing I'm trying to figure out, is what to do when you're not performing. How do you fill your time? Like,
I'll tell you how I fill my time. All 2 weeks of it. I paint my shutters.
Is that covered?
I'm telling you, I paint my shutters. I work in my flower beds. I love being at home, and I entertain. Skinny women cannot feed you well. They microwave everything. I'm a fat woman. You come to my house, you're getting some good eating.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah.
So you cook, you get to have a full life. Do you have a garden?
No, I don't have a vegetable garden, but I've got a beautiful flower garden.
Oh, very nice. And do you have, like, I have a dog. I have a little dog named Starbuck who I never get to see. That's one of the things that I miss. Do you have a dog?
Johnny, I got a dog 3 years ago. Her name's Blossom. She's a little French bulldog, but she barks in English. And she's adorable. She goes everywhere with me unless I have to fly, okay? And I found out last week that she was an atheist. I was shocked.
Wait.
Yeah.
Your dog is an atheist?
My dog's I was playing a club in California, and I left her in the hotel. When I came back, she had eaten the Gideon Bible. Yeah. Yeah. She's pooping scripture right now, okay? It's everything in red, everything Jesus said. It's kind of scary.
No, if she's an atheist, sounds like she's full of the Spirit.
You said potato, I say tater, okay?
Well, you're an incredibly funny woman, and I know you got a million things to do. You're performing here on this very stage tomorrow night, is that
I
right?
am, tomorrow and the next night, 2 nights in a row.
And then in a couple of weeks, you're going to be at the Comedy Zone in Johnson City, one of the rooms we played together there, and you're going nonstop. How can people find out more about you? Are you on the Facebook, the Twitter?
I'm on Facebook. Now, I can't do Twitter yet, but I'm going to be working on that the 10 days that I'm home. But I'm on Facebook.
Shutters and Twitter.
Yes, Shutters and Twitter. Janet Williams, okay, Chattanooga, Tennessee. I've got a website, theTennesseeTramp.com. You can order my various and sundry products off there. Things that will help you in your marriage.
Are you selling those now? I used to carry them in the bag.
I know, I used to have them in the bag.
Yeah, I learned about several devices that I did not know exist sexually
Yes.
Based on her show.
I am such a good teacher for you, John.
No question.
And now you've got married, you have a baby, and it's all because of me, kind of.
It helps the times in between, for sure, yeah. Learned a lot.
Because he set his bed on fire.
Janet Williams on Facebook, and your website's TennesseeTramp.com. I highly recommend you check her out. Get her CD, get her DVD. This woman will make you laugh any chance that you get a chance to see her. Janet Williams, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, John.
We'll be right back with George Banda.
Are you a hot girl bombarded by nerdy pickup lines?
Ladies love a complete set of holographic Pokemon cards.
Are you tired of the same old Dungeon and Dragon come-ons?
My level 18 charisma. I don't need to use a spell of enchantment on you.
Then get Geek Be Gone. A fragrance made from the pheromones of star high school athletes. Geek Be Gone repel even the most persistent of dorks, dweebs, and nerds.
I don't get it. Geek Be Gone works every time.
Seems the force is strong in this one.
Geek Be Gone. Repel even the most adept magic users from hitting on you. Warning, not for use at marching band Comic-Cons or track kids experiencing pond fire.
One heck of a show.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, who was that lady I saw you with the other night?
That was no lady. That, my friend, was a skank.
I hope you used a condom.
Condoms? Condoms are for squares.
Hey, don't you know skanks have more diseases than whores?
Yeah, and I call my condom the members only jacket.
I got 2 on right now.
Yeah, Jimmy, you already have too many babies.
Besides, you can take a rubber glove, cut the fingers off. You get 5 in 1. You know what, guys? You're right. I'm gonna wear a condom every time I bang a skank from now on.
Yes.
Never trust a skank. Take that to the bank.
Welcome back. Our musical guest tonight is a tremendously talented musician and also an instructor at Charlotte School of Rock. He's performing an original piece entitled Allison. Ladies and gentlemen, George Banda.
Took my breath away. I was too afraid, but now I'm stronger. beautiful. Know that I love you. I love you. Oh, I love you more than you know. Yes, I love
George Banda, ladies and gentlemen. George not only performs here in Charlotte, he's also available for classical instruction and music theory. So if you'd like to learn from one of the best, talk to George Banda. We'll be right back.
Hello. If you're like me, someday you'll die. When that time comes, do you want your loved ones discovering your despicable collection of pornography? Then you need Porn Buddy. Here's how it works. Step 1. Visit our service center and complete a 12-point erotica inventory. Step 2. We'll implant you with a subdermal microchip to track and monitor your vital signs. Step 3. You die. Our team discreetly removes your loathsome smut. It's as easy as that. Porn Buddy. We'll take your secrets to the grave.
Your confiscated filth will be sent to horny children in the third world.
Overbearing parents can be a real pain. They just don't understand you when you're in your mid-30s and you enjoy pooping in a diaper and calling a prostitute up to come clean it. That's because they're parents, and they're old. So tell them to shut up.
The Vague News Network, with television's obscurest news team. France continues its production of The French. Congress still kind of disagrees. A famous sprinter runs unusually fast. Continued turmoil in the Gulf. All that and a shocking video tonight on VNN. Steve Vanilla on sports.
That ball game was a rocket buster.
Madame Ariana with her weather report.
It's dry heat.
Movie critic Roger Nussbaum. All this and nothing more on VNN. Vague News. All of the news, none of the facts.
Greetings! I am Morak, the wizard of tic-tac-toe. I have spent decades mastering the intricacies of this ancient game. And now I will share with you such moves as the Groping Gargoyle Gambit, the Draconian Double Dip, and the Easter Egg. So tune in Thursdays at 4:30 a.m. on Access 21. And in the meantime, watch your P's and Q's and your X's and O's.
Oh, hi!
Say, do you hate the Holocaust?
But love trampolines?
Then watch Real Americans with Butch and Skeeter. I'm your host, Butch Hockersmith.
And I'm Skeeter Dunn.
And we're Real Americans talking about real American issues.
Like birds.
And trampolines. So check out Real Americans with Butch and Skeeter at 11:30 on Thursdays.
Don't miss it.
Or else you're a socialist.
Hi, I'm Johnny Millwater, and I'm here to remind you, if you're going to a party, leave your guitar at home. Douche.
Say, Jimmy, didn't I see you throw a cigarette butt out the window of the car the other night?
Of course you did, man. I always throw my cigarette butts out the car window.
Dude.
Hey, there are kids in Africa don't even have cigarettes.
Yeah, and you can hit a motorcyclist in the eye with that.
Too many butts on the ground and you can clog up the sewer system.
Yeah, you're gonna start a forest fire.
And you know what? I've met Smokey the Bear, and he will kick your ass. Fine, fine. I won't throw my cigarette butts out the car window anymore.
Keep your butts in the car and reach for the stars.
Thank you so much for watching Crazy Lake with Johnny Millwater. Thank you to my guests, Shannon Don Rao, Jeff Simpson, George Banda, the Tennessee Tramp, Janet Williams. Thank you to the cast and crew. Thank you to Sid Davis. Thank you to Bruce Bellile and the Hydro-Acoustic Orchestra. Thank you for watching. Until next time, be good, but not too good. Good night.